Hello everyone, my name is Jacob as always, and I am the head coach of the Green Bay Pikachus, and this is week number 2 of the P4G Next Gen where we're facing Carson, aka Toxic Gaming. His links to his Twitter and YouTube will be in the description down below, along with all the other coaches, at least their YouTube's, not their Twitter every week. But make sure you check him out down in the description below. He's a very good guy, he's cool. I've faced him like once before. In a fun little league called the NPCC, which got disbanded and probably never coming back. He beat me, I think. His team's actually not similar, but kind of similar to what he had then. He's got Zygarde 50% just like he did, and I think he has some other mons that he had in that league too, which we'll get to. But anyway, just make sure you check him out down below. He's not toxic, as his name says, by any stretch of imagination. He's a very nice, chill guy. But anyway, let's get started. So, these team builders always go. We're going to go over our team, his team, the 11 Pokemon we have, 11 Pokemon he has, Z crystals, and all that fun stuff. So let's get started now, shall we? So our team, you should probably know it by now. We haven't made any transactions yet. So, without further ado, our 11 Pokemon are Landorus, T, Blacephalon, Tentacruel, Porygon 2, Mesprit, Alolan Executor, Mega Mawile, Jolteon, Umbreon, Mienshao, Omastar, and then Gardenium Z. His Pokemon and Z Crystal are, where is it? Zygarde 50%, Ferrothorn, Primarina, Tornadus Incarnate, Araquanid, Rotom, just normal Rotom, Mega Kangaskhan Superior, Delphox, Sneasel, and Mega Medicham. So he's got some difficult Pokemon to beat for sure. Very, very difficult to prep for his team. Artinium Z, if I didn't state that, I thought I did, but anyway, obviously we're going to have to go over Z Crystals. He also gets Primarina's specific Z move. I think it's Oceanic something. I don't remember its Z move. So, it's something like that. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I remember. I don't remember its specific Z move. But he does get that because he's got Artinium Z. The biggest threats from his team to my team are a few things. Zygarde I am not as afraid of because it doesn't have a Z move. If it had Z moves, I'd be absolutely terrified of the thing, but it doesn't, so I'm not nearly as afraid as I normally would be of it, because Z moves, I don't think it gets Aqua Tail or anything, so I would think I would know that because I'm using Zygarde 50 in the APA right now this season, but it doesn't get Aqua Tail, to my knowledge. No, it doesn't. If it does, like, I'm not that afraid of it because I have checks up the wazoo to it, but anyway, basically, I wanted to build my team around ways to beat all of his threats. Obviously, as per usual, that's what Draft League is about. But the biggest threat, I believe, to my team is probably Superior. It's very difficult for our team to beat effectively. We have ways to beat pretty much every Superior set. Scarf, we have Porygon 2. If it's like Life Orbs or Sub Lead Seed, Blacephalon can kind of beat it. Trick Room also beats it. Trick Room beats a lot of his team with Mega Mawile, in fact. Honestly, Mega Mawile is a superb check to Ferrothorn. We see Ferrothorn. If we can just let him try to set up hazards on us. We click Taunt on it. What is Ferrothorn going to do to Mega Mawile? Absolutely nothing. We'll have Intimidate before we Mega Evolve. It's going to do absolutely nothing with Garabal, or because we have like no attack or speed investment and a lot of bulk. Garabal does not even 25%, I don't think, with our bulk after -1. We can Taunt if we have Fire Fang. We can get a free knockoff. His switchings to Mega Mawile are slim pickings. Like, he's got like bulky Mega Kangaskhan that's like physically defensive. By the way, Seismitoss is banned on Mega Kangaskhan, so that is important to note. His switchings to Mega Mawile are slim picking though. Like, he's got very, very little. He doesn't really have anything, in fact. Like, anything good, really. Like, Mega Kangaskhan bulky, I guess, is like his best. Like, Ferrothorn too, but we have Fire Fang. Akaberry's a thing, which I'm pretty sure he's going to bring. But not the best in general. So, we're bringing Trick Room not Trick Room Mega Mawile, but we have Trick Room on our team, and Mega Mawile is just going to decimate his team, pretty much, under Trick Room. We'll get kills upon kills upon kills, essentially. Yep, that's the goal. But anyway, we need checks to make Kangaskhan and Zygarde, and Lando T does that job pretty well here. our stealth rocker this matchup because we set up rocks on a lot of things. Honestly, Lando T is a really good lead here for the most part. We have enough speed for a max speed pre-marina. Just in case he goes that route, we can click Earthquake and potentially beat it. Depending on the roll, I think it does like min 50% to just a max HP invested pre-marina, but if it's like physically defensive, it'll probably do like 33 to 40 or something around that nature. I don't remember the specific calc. Just like the last team I built with for Johnny GB, this team was built about almost 2 weeks ago, so I do remember most of it though. Unlike Johnny GB's team, I don't know why, but anyway, I do remember this. Kangaskhan does not really do much. We are Rocky Helmet for obvious reasons for Mega Kangaskhan. He could sneak in a workup Ice Beam set that could be kind of annoying, but we can pivot around that between Porygon 2 then. So basically, we switch into Lando T. He's got to predict the whatchamacallit. He's got to predict us to switch in, then he can click Ice Beam, I guess, if he wanted to, but then we can switch into Porygon 2 after that, or Mesprit, or even Blacephalon to a degree, if we really wanted to. Jolteon, there's a few things we can do up our sleeve, trick up our sleeve with this. We're not just going to stay in automatically, because he could carry the Ice Beam. I am bulk recording this, so I have the same shirt on as the team builder with Johnny GB, but when I battled Carson, which is Monday the 15th, I'm battling Johnny and Carson back-to-back days, which is funny because Johnny couldn't battle until later in the week. Carson and I need to battle earlier in the week, so back-to-back days it is, which we are prepped already, so I don't mind whatsoever. Since we are prepped already, I don't care when we have to battle. Plus, we're off and just work out better that way, so there's that. HP Ice, Earthquake, Rocks, and Defog are amazing here. Defog, in case he wants to hazard sack us, his hazard setters are... I don't think he'll bring a Araquanid because Sticky Web's not the best versus our team. That's really just going to help us because Mega Maw under Trick Room. I doubt he brings a Araquanid here. I guess he could as a potential, like, Lando T check. Not really a Lando T check, but, I mean, if it's Cobaberry, you kind of could be a Lando T check, but at the same time, not really, because we could run Stone Edge instead. But we're being defensive because of Mega Kangaskhan. We potentially could have gone Scarf, but no. With our, I know our Impish with a special attack lowering nature, but the 80, I didn't want to lower my speed. I wanted the speed investment for Primarina. I guess I could have just not lowered my... I guess the EVs would have been the same thing here, because I would have still wanted investment for Primarina. Timid, that is. I doubt he brings Timid, but I want to be on the safe side in case we can just knock that thing out. So... yeah, and we can defog Webs away if he wants to go that route anyway, which I might not even defog Webs away unless we absolutely need to get that off for Blacephalon later in the game. But yeah, mostly for spikes. I don't see Toxic Spikes on his team. Yeah, he does not have Toxic Spikes on his team. He just has Spikes. His only rocker, do note, is Ferrothorn. I just remembered that when I was building... I remembered his only rocker was Ferrothorn, so Mawile just shuts that down. So that's great. Should be a matchup in our favor. Delphox is kind of an underrated thing. Scarf Delphox could be a thing, so we got to watch out for that. Sneasel is a big issue to this team to a degree as well. We don't have many checks for it, unfortunately, and I'm pretty sure he's going to bring it, sadly. But if we have to not let Lando T die to it, we do. Porygon T2 is really important. I don't really want its Eviolite to be knocked off, but if it gets knocked off, it gets knocked off, sadly. But Porygon 2 is still annoying for his team to kill anyway. I could envision him running Toxic on some of his Pokemon for sure. So that's just something we gotta play around. I'd rather have something else be poisoned like Mesprit or Lando T here, or Jolteon even. We are bringing Jolteon again, spoiler alert. Jolteon's a pretty good Pokemon versus team as well. Jolteon, speaking of Jolteon, let's just go to Jolteon. This thing's just bulky in general. I didn't nickname any of these Pokemon, but rest assured they will be nicknamed in the battle, so I'll make sure on that. But yeah, that's supposed to be Brienne, A-Rod, and Scruffy the Jolteon. But we're rocking Expert Belt with the Timid nature because we outspeed Sneasel with this, and we need all the checks we can get to Sneasel. We're going Signal Beam, Thunderbolt, HPS, and Baton Pass here. We're going Baton Pass on Jolteon because I think his switch into this is going to be Ferrothorn. And I think, or perhaps Rotom as well could switch on this. We have no way of hitting Rotom very hard. We have no way of hitting Ferrothorn really hard. So either of those could suffice, but we have Signal Beam because Sneasel is an enormous threat. And Timid's Expert Belt will actually do quite a bit of damage to that. Thunderbolt just does really, really well versus team for the most part. HP Ice for the Zygarde, obviously. But I think he'll switch in Ferrothorn, or he will switch in, I guess, Mega Kangaskhan even too. And also Baton Pass is there to play around Sucker Punch on Mega Kangaskhan. Obviously, Jolteon's not very bulky on the defensive side. It's not going to be appreciating that hit very well at all. So I'd rather play around Sucker Punch if I'm able to. And then we can pivot into Pokemon like Lando T or Mesprit even. We'll figure out a way to play around it. But I really do like this Jolteon set a lot. It pressures his team a lot. It's a nice Tornadus Eye check. Especially if it's like a bulk up Tornadus Eye. Like, Jolteon just pressures that thing so much. Thunderbolt guarantees Okos unless he's Wakanberry after rocks, which I doubt he'd be Wakanberry here. If it's bulk up Resto Chesto, that could be annoying, but nonetheless, we'd be okay regardless. Because Jolteon will pressure that thing for sure. This thing also is an offensive protect to Superior, so there's that. Superior is just annoying. It's very annoying for the team. And honestly, I just realized there is another way to check Superior that I just realized I could take from my boy Gypsy King. He brought Red Card Mesprit in a match versus some match in the ITL or CPC. I don't remember what. I think it was CPC actually. Or was it ITL? Whatever game, whatever league it was. But he brought Red Card to check Superior. So we could potentially do that as well, since Superior is an enormous threat, and we have Mesprit. But I don't know if I want to go that route. Sub Leaf Storm could be a problem, so we might very well go that route. But Leftovers is so nice to do that, to have on our team, just to keep Mesprit a little bit healthier. But I guess that's not necessarily absolutely needed. Not necessarily absolutely. What a sentence, Jacob. What a sentence, man. Just saying. Anyway, Jolteon should do pretty well this matchup. But next up, we got one of our Trick Room setters, especially defensive Porygon 2. It does help on Superior a lot. We can click Trick Room, Ice Beam, click Recover. Volt Beam just puts into work this match. Like, honestly, it does. Obviously, Ferrothorn could be very, very annoying for us. But I don't know if he brings Dual Grass here. Because that, honestly... Well, Dual Grass could potentially help up on Lando, so he might just do that. But then he gets weaker to Blacephalon, so we'd have to bring Primarina Zygarde for that. He does have a Wish Passer in Mega Kangaskhan. Bulky Mega Kangaskhan I could see coming for sure here. I don't think he gets Pursuit, so I'm pretty sure. But Porygon 2 is great here. I gotta play around Toxic for sure, but even if he get poisoned, I just want to set up Trick Room, switch out to something like Mega Mawile, because he's gonna have to have his prediction pants on to do that, to play around Mega Mawile for sure. Mega Mawile will 2-hit KO pretty much everything on his team. I think it even 2-hit KOs with our attack invested. It will 2-hit KO. Mega Kangaskhan will play rough, even if it's like max defense, max HP. I might be wrong, but it'll be close. After rocks, I'm pretty sure it will do it. So we just got to get rocks up, maintain rocks. His ways to remove hazards are Tornai, which is actually pretty effective because Prankster. Rotom, and Superior. I think that's his only way of removing hazards. Yeah, I'm looking at it. That's his only way of removing hazards. So that's definitely just defog, so that's cool. But yeah, Porygon 2 should be pretty effective. 76 defense just left over. This will allow us to live after rocks, Life Orb, Leaf Storm into another Life Orb, Leaf Storm. So we can set up Trick Room and then click Ice Beam and put in the work. So there's that. We can put in a lot of work to Superior. Sub-Superior could be quite annoying, but, you know, it'll be okay. Nonetheless, we'll play around it. like I said, I might throw on red card on the Mesprit. The same spread, but just red card. So all I'd have to do is go get a red card, and we're golden. I wouldn't have to regen or anything, I don't think. But Porygon 2 should be quite effective this matchup. If we can like trace print a Bond, oh boy, that'd be some fun stuff. Or trace Prankster on Tornadus Eye, or Iron Barbs on Ferrothorn. There are a lot of great abilities we could trace. Something we do have to watch out for is Trick on Delphox. I don't want to get tricked. I don't care if our item gets knocked off or gets removed, but I do not want a Choice Scarf from Porygon 2. That would be horrible. So if he brings Delphox, that's just something I gotta play around. So yeah, I think Medicham is annoying for our team, but that's why we have our next Pokemon, Physically Defensive Mesprit. And actually, I just realized we need leftovers to better take on not Mega Medicham, Medicham. So yeah, we're not running red card here. We're running leftovers here because with Intimidate from Lando T and the leftovers from Mesprit, this should be a pretty good check to it. I wanted to run like Shadow Ball to hit that thing super effectively or Psychic, but Ice Beam just is too nice versus his team for Pokemon like Zygarde and Tornai even. So we have Trick Room, so we can just click U-turn. We're physically defensive, no speed investment because we don't need any speed investment. Yes, Specs Primarina could be a thing, but then we have Porygon 2. So Porygon 2 can take on Specs Primarina quite well. It's not a 2-hit KO on Porygon 2 because Porygon 2 is just so bulky. But yeah, we have Trick Room, U-turn, Healing Wish, and Ice Beam. So we can click Trick Room, then Healing Wish. So if he gets through our Mega Mawile, once, he's going to have to get through it twice, probably. Or if Blacephalon gets low, which is another late game win con this matchup, depending on how he plays and how we play, it could be an early game poker through, or like hole poke. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's like pokes all through his teams, the early game, but I don't really want to go that route with it. I think Blacephalon is honestly just a great late game win con. Pretty much every single matchup if you play your cards right with Scarf. Oh, just like all the Ultra Beasts are, like, honestly, it should be pretty good, pretty effective here. But yeah, Trick Room, just another Trick Room user because we're bringing Trick Room here. Because Mega Mawile was just great here. Lando T under Trick Room could put in work too, depending on what he brings. But yeah, mostly from Mega Mawile here. And then we just have 12 in Spadaf because just leftover. We don't need speed, special attack, or anything, but Ice Beam is just nice in case he's, like, for whatever reason, really, really bulky Zygarde with sub. I don't want that thing to set up. We do need to be careful with Sneasel with this thing, but if we can get a Trick Room off, we'll be in prime shape. And just click U-turn next, but it's something we need to play around. Sneasel is very, very annoying for this team. Once we eliminate it, though, it will be great to win with. Sneasel doesn't really hurt. I could see him bring like Natural Gift Ground or Fire for Mawile, so we need to play around that. But I could honestly play really, really effectively versus, or really offensively and aggressively versus Sneasel right away. Even if he's SD Natural Gift, I switch into Mawile. If he wants to try to click Natural Gift, be my guest. But then we will automatically click Play Rough, try to kill it, or Fire Fang, try to kill it right away because I don't want it to try anything fancy for us. So, and once Sneasel's gone, our last Pokemon, Choice Scarf again. Yes, I know, Blacephalon is just such an effective Pokemon this game again. The only Pokemon we really need to eliminate to really win with this thing late game is Sneasel. Well, if it's Scarf Sneasel, I'm not really too big of a problem. But if it's like just Pursuit trapping Sneasel, that's an issue for our team. And Mega Kangaskhan gone. With those two gone, we spam Shadow Ball versus a lot of Pokemon, and we get a special attack boost. This thing is pretty much killing most Pokemon. Selfless Primarina could come. Ferrothorn with knockoff or Bulldoze could come, but I don't know if Bulldoze kills. Knockoff probably should, but I don't know if Bulldoze kills. But that's just something we'll be able to play around. I believe so. But another reason why I know I'm not bringing HP Ice. I probably regret it. I'm probably going to switch out Fire Blast or Flamethrower for HP Ice because I need a check 2+1 DD Zygarde, I just realized. And that's an error on my part. So something's going to get taken out for HP Ice, whether it's Fire Blast or Flamethrower. I'm not too sure. But something will get checked because this thing completely checks +1 Zygarde. because we're immune to extreme speed, so that's important. I need to exchange that. Probably Fire Blast, I guess, or Will-O-Wisp, because if I'm going to be using this as a late game cleaner, I guess I don't really need Will-O-Wisp, but I guess it would be really nice. But if he's Facade Mega Kangaskhan, that's just going to be annoying. So yeah, I guess we just won't bring this in unless we can kill something. Yeah, unless we can like just win. I don't think I'm gonna bring this in. So yeah, we're just not gonna do that. We're just gonna run HBS over Will-O-Wisp. So we'll change that right now, so I don't forget. I'm gonna have to regen now, but hey, it definitely beats. Actually, I don't even need to regen because it's still HP Ice with 0 attack. So I just have to teach this thing in power, I think. Don't quote me, but we don't need 20 or like max PP on HP Ice anyway, so should be able to just teach this thing HP Ice and we should be good. But nonetheless, let's go back over. Like, this is just a late game win con. I think I explained everything well enough. I hope I did. I hope I didn't leave anything out that was really integral, but I guess if I did, I'm sorry. But anyway, let's go over the team again. We have Mega Mawile with just solid Pokemon versus team, especially on the Trick Room. Defensive Lando T with HP Ice to check Zygarde and just help on Kangaskhan. Jolteon just as a nice pivot. Not a nice pivot, nice initiative Pokemon that can be offensive as well versus his team. Very offensive except for versus Pokemon like Ferrothorn and Rotom for the most part. And Delphox to a degree. Porygon 2, just a nice wall versus his team. Set up Trick Room options. Click Recover. Just got to be careful with Delphox. Then another check. This is our Medicham check because this is our only Medicham check, really. I mean, Lando T to a degree, but if it's Bandit, we're not going to really appreciate Zen. I mean, we'll appreciate Zen Headbutt, but yeah, this is just a better Medicham check as well. Basically counter, but more so just hard check, but not really counter. But yeah, Trick Room, U-Turn, Healing Wish, and Ice Beam is really nice for his team. So we can just click Trick Room versus Mega Medicham every time, then click U-Turn and go into Mega Mawile and Wreck Havoc, essentially. Yeah, Mega Mawile and Wreck Havoc, so that's great. And then finally we have Choice Scarf Cephalon to hopefully clean up late game if we play correctly. That's what this team's all about. Anyway, that is the team, so I will see you for the battle on, that's going to be uploaded the 26th, I believe, since we're playing all of our games a week ahead. I think that's Friday the 26th, I remember correctly. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and I love you all so much. Adios. Bye-bye.